Yes.
Let's start with Jason Hammel. I mean, I thought he was outstanding tonight. You have to pitch better than good pitching, and we did. We actually pitched better than good pitching tonight. We ended up with the win. I thought our guy was fabulous. Once he got through the first inning, that was a big moment because you don't want to give up, several runs in the first inning and then have to face their guy, who I saw for the first time today, and he is impressive. But I was equally impressed with our guy too. I thought Hammer's been on a nice roll. Once he got by that moment, he really settled in and pitched wonderfully. Gave up the one run, doubled on the left field line. I got to give their guy Murphy credit too. After what had happened yesterday, he came back and played a great game for them. So we get by that moment, only give up one and not two right there. That was huge, not slightly big. That was huge. And so Hammer did a wonderful job. Gosh, he's been really, really good. And their guy is, again, the command of all of his stuff, the repetition of his delivery, it's pretty impressive.
You got things in motion there in the bottom of the ninth early season.
Yeah, with Starlin, you could trust Starlin to move the baseball, and because he's going to put the ball on the ground often, you don't want it to be a double play. So I didn't want to bunt there because they're not going to pitch to Montero anyway, which they chose not to, which was also an option. But you're trying to not take the bat out of Montero's hands with the runner on second base and 1 out. You will take it with runners on first and third and 0 outs. If they want to do that, that's fine.
What is it about this team that, to produce the kind of late, game magic that they have early in the season?
There's a great vibe in our dugout. I mean, in the clubhouse too. It's just we're developing into this group. They're starting to really believe. When you're able to win games late on a consistent basis, that does becomes part of the fabric, and it's really important to feel that way. I mean, you're gonna have to win games like that. You have to beat good pitching by pitching better than good pitching, and you have to come up with a timely hit. Like we had the opportunity earlier where we didn't, when Addison had leadoff double, we didn't move him, and then eventually did not score. When you're facing a pitcher of the caliber of Harvey, you have to really take advantage and make really solid outs too. And we didn't do it, and he got through that. But again, if you're around us enough, you see the clubhouse is definitely vibrant. So is the dugout during the game. I love it. Absolutely love it.
About Addison, it's pulled games to double off Harvey, but then there's the other way.
I'm telling you, man, he's learning. He's getting better at second base. Turns that one double play. It was softly hit against Kadire. Softly hit. I think we were talking about this the other day. Softly hit to Castro. So that means the runner's going to be on him. So he came across the bag, got on the other side, came across towards third base and made the double play beautifully. Riz picked it, but my point is he's understanding that's what I'm supposed to do there when the ball is hit softly. So he's starting to understand the technique out there. I have a lot of confidence in him as a person, man. This guy's definitely ready to play every day. He sets high standards for himself.
For years, Joe, the hallmark of this team has not been patience at the plate walks, and we've seen illustrations of why that's important.
Yeah, well, to accept your walks, man. Gosh, I mean, guys come with that chip, and some guys don't come with that chip. I mean, in the computer, in the hard drive, the RAM's not necessarily large enough. Some guys just want to get hits, and they don't understand the import of accepting your walks. So you have to either you buy it. You got to buy it. You got to buy patience, or you got to develop it. But normally, even buy patience through the draft. You'll identify a hitter that does that in the draft. Then he's in your system, and you get guys in your system. You're not satisfied with that. It's probably for me easier to teach a guy to not strike out than it is to accept a walk. And eventually, if you want on the major league level to get a major league player, you got to buy it. You got to buy patience. It's not easily taught.
Joe, what was the ruling on that ball on the sacrifice? Just a fair ball, and he tapped him real quickly.
Well done on the umpire's part, man. I had no argument. I had zero argument. I've had Starlin tagged the runner, Duda, double play, but the moment Miggy picked it up, he almost ran over. They touched him in the back with the ball in his glove, and so the force is off. Good call. I give them credit. Great call.
Joe, not to bring up a negative, but Soler struggling in this still cold weather thing, or is there more to it?
Well, I think you got to go beyond the cold weather. I mean, just you got to organize your strike zone, and he's just a young guy that we've talked about a lot, the comparisons in spring training. I was talking about him being Vladimir with more patience at the plate. And there's an old scouting axiom that if a guy had done that before, he's going to do it again. So I believe he's going to do it again right now. I think he just stopped a little bit. And we have to keep preaching that patience, get the ball up, that kind of stuff. It's prodigious talent. I mean, he's gonna come back to it. This is where you have to really be patient, pick your spots, do a little bit of talking, but always show confidence, because this guy he's a monster player in the making. He's just going through a rough patch right now.